Good afternoon, lovely people. Right, what am I up to? I've decided to make a storage thing for my distress inks because I have them stacked on my side like this, which is fine. But, you know, if I want to get orange marmalade, I have to faff around. It's a bit of a faff. And I was watching Handcrafted by Ali, and she made some storage thing basically out of folded bits of card. Now there are loads of demos on YouTube on making storage containers for your distress inks or distress oxides, whatever, but one of them, most of them were sort of using foam core board or chipboard or stuff like that. I didn't want anything that fussy. Let me just show you. I stack my, oh, it's not going to bend. Ooh. Up here is where I put my inks, okay, and I've got a shelf. Let me see what you can see. Hold on, I'm babbling away here. Yeah, I can't tilt it anymore. I've got a shelf here, and then I've got a Perspex shelf there. So I've only got, I think it's 26 centimeters between that shelf, which I don't want to take down because it holds my, you can just see the corner of it there. It holds my what's it called? Amazon Fire thingy. I watch YouTube videos on if I want to. Yeah, and I don't want to take that shelf down, but I want something that will fit in that gap. So I'll say I've got 26 centimetres. Doesn't have to be fancy. I just want to be able to grab my... I just want to be able to grab my inks individually. Now, Ali does talk about... You're up very high. Let me bring you down a bit. Ali talks about the fact that she has designed these to be 6 centimetres deep. And what that does is, this is the 6 centimetre one. When you put your ink in and it gets to the back, you've still got a bit hanging out so that you can grab it and pull it forward, which is a good idea. I did think that was going to be too deep, and I was too shallow. I was doing them at 7 centimetres, but it actually pushed it right back there, which doesn't leave you a lot of grab room. Let me turn it upside down, you can see what I'm on about. So that's the back there. So you see, it gives you that to get your fingers in to pull them out. She explains it all much better than I am. So I have sat and scored all the ones I need. And the other thing I need to store in this stack of ink things is my bigger inks, my Memento, these ones that I use all the time. I thought, well, if I'm going to do it for the distress inks, I might as well do it for these as well, most of which I've labelled. They're upside down because I was told a long time ago to store your ink pads upside down. I think it's folklore. I don't think you need to. So I'm going to label all these anyway. So see, Memento do it that way. This one doesn't do it at all. This is the Adirondack. Anyway, so I've made some slightly deeper ones for these and for the Ranger Archival. Again, sort of following that rule of having a bit underneath that you can still get your fingers in and pull them out. It might not work. Hers did. I don't see why it wouldn't. So yeah, so I've just been cutting simple measurements really. She says 20 centimetres, but I left it at the full A4 width because what that does, it gives you a little lip for your glue. Alright, so that I've left it. I can't remember how she did it. I need to watch it again, I suppose, but she had the measurements of 20 centimetres by 6 centimetres. Yes, I agree with the 6 centimetres, but I've been leaving mine the full length of the A4 bit of paper, and that way I get that little gluing strip. So literally just slice a piece of A4 into 6 centimetre pieces for your distress inks. If you want to do, if you've got bigger ink pads like I've got, I worked out that I need them at 8 centimetres. Keep the full width of the A4, but cut them at 8 centimetres, and that way it's just that little bit deeper because they are obviously that bit longer. Alright, so I've just added another 2 centimetres, and that seems to be fine. If that makes any sense whatsoever, I'll be very, very surprised. So yeah, so you end up with these really nice sort of boxes. Now, I'm not cutting them out of really thick card. I had these pieces. I don't know what they've got something on them. I don't know whether it's gesso. I don't know, but they've got something on them. I can actually feel it. They've got tooth. It doesn't matter. I just thought, well, I'm not going to use them for anything else, so I'll use them for this project. So, yeah, so I've just been cutting those. So when you score it, you score at 8, at 10, and obviously that gives you the depth of your ink pad. And then you score it at 18, which gives you plenty of space. And then I've been scoring at 20. Okay, and that gives you that little fold over lip, so you end up with your cavity like that. Just let me know if it doesn't make any sense. I think it does. Sounds all right. So a really simple way to glue these is to put the glue on your flap. This is art glitter glue because it grabs quite quickly, and then just fold the whole thing over using the score lines that you've already got in there, and it folds quite nicely. And just hold it for a second while you put your pin back in. I've glued all the others, don't worry, I'm not going to make you sit and watch. Now I might need to make some more of these, because I'm going to put these on the bottom and then the smaller ones on top. But I need to make a decent level platform, if you like. I've got quite a bit of space. Let me actually measure, because I've got the acrylic shelf here, so I can go at least 30 centimetres. So if they are 8, 6, 32, I could actually go 32, so I can get 4. Oh no, that's that, isn't it? So what? That's 8 centimetres. Yeah, they would be. Of course they would be. Right, yeah, so I can get 16, 32, so I can get 4 along the bottom. 1, 2, 3, and these are the bigger ones. So I can go 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, that's handy. Right. So again, these are for the bigger ink pads back here. You can always add to this as well, which is what I liked about this system, was the fact that you can keep adding to however many inks you think you're going to get. I mean, I only want to get one more of the distress inks, and that is the ground espresso, sorry, because I like that really dark brown. Right, so I've got a 4x2 here. I can't lift it up, and then if I just put the other ones on top, yeah, and I'm hoping it'll look quite good. Now, the other thing that Ali did was, between each layer, is to put like a thicker card, so that it becomes quite solid, because, you know, these are quite, some of these ink pads are quite weighty, and then when you start to get quite a few all on top of each other, that card is going to start bending like that. So she suggested, once you've got, stick your edges, stick your sides together, all right, get them all like that, and then on top of each layer just put a slightly thicker card. So I have got which is now buried. Where have you gone? Right, oh, here we are. I've got this great big pad of tracing paper, and it's got, I don't know if I can show you, it's got really thick chipboard on the back here. Might be a bit too thick actually. Anyway, I'm going to wing it like I do. I'm not going to make you watch me do it all. I'm going to stick them all together, and then we can decorate the outside edge together, so you can decorate the top. On the top, you can make like a shallow shelf if you want to, but I think, I'm just trying to think how I'm going to, it's if I get more distress inks, that's all I'm thinking, and more of these bigger ones. I could always add next to it, can't I? That's what I can do. Anyway, I'm going to do that, and I'll come back to you when it's time to do the decorating all the way around. Won't be long. Bye. Right, this is the bottom layers all stuck together. I've just used double-sided tape. I've got a really sticky one here because when they are all stuck together, I'm going to go round with card anyway, so I think that'll be fine. I'm just switched on. I just want to show you. I'm just putting in the. I found a piece of grey board which is only about a 1mm. That other one I think would have been far too thick. So I'm just going to lay this on top of here. I've cut it to 8 centimetres by 16 by 32 because you know it needs to cover the whole thing. Yeah, so I'm just about to stick that on. I'm going to use a combination of sticky tape, which is already on there. Just come about 1mm too long. Stay there. I'm just going to cut a head off that one. Ouch. Quite lucky my guillotine quite happily goes through it, so it is a big old guillotine, mine. That was just, it's better. Just a tad too long. That's much better. Right, okay. Yeah, so I've got the sticky tape on. This is going to solidify it quite a lot, I'm hoping. Do not jump up, cat. Yes, the moggy is in here. I think, sorry, wiggled you. Might just use my A-leans on this actually. I think that'll be enough. So it's only holding ink pads. It doesn't have to be, you know, super strong. Well, it needs to be strong in height because I think the weight of the ink pads will start to bend it otherwise. And I'm hoping it'll last for a while. One can hope. So I'm going to get it lined up right at the front here. So you can see how it's going to look. I'm hoping it's going to be really good actually. It was a good design. I think the combination of the glue and the sticky tape should be fine. Now I was thinking actually if you want to be super fussy for your Victorian velvet you could use pink card. For your orange marmalade you could use orange card and you could colour coordinate it that way. Life's too short. Not going to do it. So this one I'm just going to line it up again. So I'm going to really sort of pay attention to getting those lined up like that. And then carry on basically. So I'll do this one with you and then I'll pause you again until it comes to putting the little ones on, I think, and then you can see. The only thing I've taken caution to do is to cut it to the 8 centimetres because I want the big ones at the bottom. Otherwise I think it would be top heavy otherwise if I put them at the top, if you catch my drift. I'm bereft of nails today. No, go away, mackerel. That's the cat, in case you're new here. Right, so you're all stuck together, so let's get you on there, lined up. Let's try that again. Oh, why is it sticky tape? When you want it to stick, it doesn't. Right, hold on, sticky tape. Sorry, my screen. the time we put a thick layer around the outside as well, I think this is going to be pretty solid. That feels really good. And the double-sided tape will hold it while the glue is drying, basically. Because when what's her name, Ali, was doing hers, she'd had loads of pegs everywhere. That would have driven me bananas. So no, I thought if I do the combination. Right, so that's that. Okay, so now another piece of card. That's the backing of the pad that I took this off of. So again, I'm going to have to be aware of that. It's starting to slant. Maybe I'll keep it on its back. I don't mind the bottom slanting, but once this one's on, I want them to be straight. Right, okay. So let's sorry, the sun's in and out again today. Yeah, and for the cover, I really fancy doing a gel printed one, so I might do a big piece of mixed media paper on the gel plate and then chop that to suit. But of course I will do that with you. Let's put a bit on there and that'll stop that sticking instantly. Right, okay. Doesn't matter which is what actually. There's no up the right way or down the right way. Let's stop talking and concentrate. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, yeah, so the big ones are going to sit in there quite nicely with room to grab. Cool. Right, I'm going to carry on. I'm going to pause you again. I need to... Well, it doesn't really matter. So, yeah, I'll pause you and come back. And I've got the other one stuck on. Won't be long. As usual, I've got my furry helper. Oi. Mackerel, would you like to clear off, please? Mackie. Oi. Oh, she's got a thing about the brushes. You need to get down, darling. Come on. Get down. Come on, look, I'm at the last bits here. I need to show everybody what we're up to. Mackerel. I'll just craft over the side here. You can see the cat. Get off. Come on, you have to get down. It's a good girl. Can you get down, please? Hello? Earth calling mackerel. You like that? You're always helpful. That needs a rub as well, does it? Lovely. Finished helping now? You're woggling the camera with your tail. Oi. She's got a thing about these brushes. I'm going to get her down. Bear with me. Oh, sorry, she wobbled the camera there. She has to come and have a nosy every now and again. I thought I sat on her then. Right, okay, so I've had to make 2 more because I got my 2 and then I need to stick just to make it square. You know what I mean. Right, okay. And it was inevitable that she was going to come up at some point, so right, let's stick this one here. The double-sided tape is working an absolute treat, so glue it if you want to, or put a bit of double-sided tape and glue if you want to. That's completely up to you, obviously. So, always picks the most crucial moment as well. I'm sure she knows. I'm literally on the last bit. It's like, oh, just going to dive up on the table out of nowhere. Scare the life out of me mum. This one was a bit of dodgy card, but I just need one more. That's all I needed. So yeah, let's go over the measurements again. So you need to cut a piece of card for the smaller distress inks, 6 by, I'm going to say by the size of an A4 piece of paper. Just keep the whole width on, that way you get that glue strip, which made sense to me. And then for the larger ones, you need it 8 centimetres by, again, by the width of an A4 paper page. Hoping that makes sense. Let me know if it doesn't make sense. Literally get your piece of A4 paper on the, let me grab a piece. So that's your A4, put it in that way in your cutter, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, okay, and that's it. And then you would score at 8 centimetres. It's all in centimetres, I'm afraid. I don't know what that converts to in inches. 8 centimetres, that gives you your base. 10 centimetres gives you the depth bit here. Alright, and then another 8, so then you score at 18. So that gives you another 8 centimetres between 10 and 18. And then I was scoring at 20 because that's the last, that's the bit where it takes you up to the width of the A4. I don't know. I sometimes think I make things more complicated than they need to be, but for me that just made more sense to have that little glue strip. Yeah. And that's all I've got to say on that matter, quite frankly. Last two. It's just typical. As soon as the camera goes on, this double-sided tape stops behaving. Right. Just going to put a bit over there to stop that grabbing instantly. Again, doesn't need a lot. We are not holding down. Right, now, because I'm sticking on, these are all the 8s under here, the 8 centimetre deep ones. Now I'm going to stick on 6 centimetres. Now to me, I want them all at the front, okay? I want all of these to line up on the front of the unit, if you like. Okay, so you're going to have a gap. So I shouldn't have put glue back there, but I did, but never mind. I'll actually miss with the double-sided tape as well. Okay. It's all right. It's fine. Now, oh, that's the one that's cut wrong. I've got a narrow one here. I wanted the length right, so that's fine. Okay, we'll put that one on there. I hope you're finding this instructional. Probably not. It is something that I've been wanting to do for quite some time, and this was the easiest one that I saw that actually made sense to me. None of this foam core board and all these technical cuttings with box knives, and no, I just wanted something quite simple, and I think it's going to look fine when it's done, because for what you're going to see when ink pads are in there is probably not a lot. Come on, thank you. Again, a bit of glue. So this time to the front of these. It's just there to support it. They do get quite heavy actually when they're in a pile. It's definitely going to need side braces because every time I push down on this it is collapsing, so I definitely have to make up something for the sides, which is fine. We can do that. We have the technology. And eventually it will have a back and side, so don't worry about that kind of thing. It's fine. It'll be fine. So again, just lining up. And if it doesn't quite line up, don't fret about it. It's a storage thing, for goodness sake. Isn't that good, isn't it? Stuck. There's nothing I can do about that. It is stuck. Right, that's too deep. Right, that one, you see, I did cut it at 8. I'm tempted to leave it because when I put a back on, I could cut it down to 6 because I've cut it to... Yeah, I think I'll leave it at that because it'll help brace the back. Yep, it will indeed. What I'll do is put the glue on here. Double-sided tape, which has now gone for a walk. Don't need that far back, do we? That's Anita's tacky glue, so it doesn't dry. You know, it's not art glitter glue. It doesn't dry in seconds. So I've got a bit of time. I think if I do it this way, I've got a good chance of getting it on straight then. It's better. That one went a bit funky. It's fine. Yep. Okay, one more row and then it's done, and I'll show you what it looks like with everything in, so bear with me. We just do one more row and then so I don't muck this up, I'm going to put the, because it's tempting to put it right at the back there, but it doesn't need it because this is only the 6cm ones. I'm dying to see what it looks like actually, so find out together. I guess if you didn't want to do a decorative around the edges, you could use duct tape or something just to stick it all together if you don't want to do decorative card on the outside. I do. Oh, come on. Until I've chopped my nails back. Yeah, so really when you put the outside cover on, it's going to be the final bracing bit that it's going to need, I think. So oh, I thought I'd put it around the wrong way for a minute. It's like, no. Okay. There we are. It's not stunning, but it's good enough. Yeah, definitely tape and glue. Right, let me show you that way. Let's see what you can see. Yeah, you can see, all right. So the little ones are going to go in here. Obviously they're going to fall back, aren't they? So and then the big ones down the bottom. And again, once it's got a back on, I'll know how far they can go. I don't know what you can see, probably not a lot, but anyway, let me see if I can tilt it. Probably not. I think you know what it's going to look like. That'll be the big ones, and then the little ones in there like that, and that'll go on my shelf. What I'll do is I'll get it all done and I'll show you what it looks like. But there we are. Isn't that simple? It's so simple. I love that idea. It's great. Well done, Ali. I will put a link to her YouTube down below, but as I say, just alter, if you're going to do like I did with the big ink pads as well, you just need to give it another couple of centimetres so that they'll stay in, because I think in those, I think in the 6 centimetre, yeah, see, they'd have been hung over quite a lot. I'd be worried they would tip out. So yeah, that's why I made them a little bit deeper. Alright, I hope any of that made sense. I'll be very surprised, but thank you very much for watching. Alright, see you on the next one. I'll do another video where it's all finished. Alright, won't be long. Bye.